Hey, who is this man right here? Bro, don't tell me this a neighborhood crackhead again, bro.
Hey, can I fix your porch?
You really asking me if, bro, bro, he don't know me. Bro, you better stop, bro. don't be walking up quick. No, don't be walking up quick. It's a lot of us over here. It's a lot of us over here. Don't be trying to walk up quick. I'll knock you out real quick. Oh nah, why you so feisty? Now I just wanted to fix your porch because it's kind of looking raggedy right there. And then you talking about my porch? I just got my porch fixed. What are you talking about? I come over there and fix it. Calm it down, calm it down, calm it down, calm it down. Hey, calm it down, calm it down, calm it down. I know. Bro, you still trying to, bro, what's up? Sit your butt down. That's what I thought, boy. I know I haven't been on this in a while at all. And to be honest, y'all like when I do these videos. Today we have scary animations and we're acting 2-3 of them. I gotta be more appreciative of y'all. I got to. Y'all support me. I gotta give y'all what y'all want. What y'all like. What I like. But hold up, bro. Before you watch this, check out that drip, man. Yeah. Let me just flex real quick. I don't know what's all this little white stuff though. Corey, what's up, bro? Without further ado and without any talking, let's jump into some animations. This one that we're watching today is called Something Was Happening in My House. Hold up. First of all, what type of house is this?
This happened over 25 years ago, but the memories are still fresh on my mind.
Dang.
I moved in with my boyfriend, who was a musician, and I wasn't working at the time.
His tape line
Our
though.
budget was small, so when we were offered super cheap rent for a house, we jumped at the opportunity. It should have been a red flag at the time, but we were in no position to refuse. It was far from the city center. We had almost no furniture and lived quite the frugal life. But we were happy to have our own space. The house was simple but cozy and nice, and there was another room in the backyard with no windows, but only a chair.
Only a chair, bro. Alright, first off, we on 50 seconds of this. They said they was in no position to refuse.
Hey, yo, what the?
Nobody said your first house had to be like a 4-room house.
Pathetic.
Okay. I'm going overboard. This probably ain't 4 rooms, but bro, this is from my first place. I would at least have like an apartment. That's what I'm going for. Do your thing with your boyfriend with that messed up tape line, that flash tape line, that universal tape.
But only a chair right in the middle of it. Needless to say, it was super creepy, so I avoided that part of the house.
So you didn't
While my
check
boyfriend
it,
was working all day in a music school, I took care of the house.
but you want to be right
In
there.
the beginning, everything was fine. I felt happy there. But after a few weeks, weird things started happening. One day, I put some of the cans and ingredients on the kitchen table while I was cooking. However, when I turned around to grab them, they weren't there. At first, I just thought that I had forgotten to pick them up from the shelves. But when cans and knives started showing up in random places in the house, like the bedroom, I started paying more.
These animations, bro, y'all already know what happens, bro. I know all of this stuff did not go missing in one day. So if you didn't be like,
oh yeah, babe, you know, if, like, do you know where the tomato can went? Where the tomatoes went?
he says no, and you don't know. Or did you use it? Like, that gives you an indication. And then look at this, watch. Why are you for okay? Let's see what she does. Let me stop. Okay, let me stop. Let's see what she does.
I started paying more attention. My boyfriend also experienced the same things, and whenever he found the missing items, he just laughed about it. However, things started to change and took a turn for the worse when we decided to clean the backyard. We cut the grass, threw away the trash, and decided to move the chair in the middle of the room. So my boyfriend picked it up and left it in front of the house to be collected. He told me that he felt sick the moment he entered that room. I thought he was overreacting, but when I entered it, I immediately felt a heavy weight on my chest and a piercing headache.
Oh my gosh.
However, everything would be fine again once we left that area. It was scary,
That shit has
so we
demons.
went to a local church, got some holy water and salt from the priest, and cleaned the room. We thought that everything would be okay now. My boyfriend had to leave for work, and I continued cleaning inside the house.
He was gone.
But I didn't feel calm and perky as I usually did, because I constantly had the feeling that someone was watching me. I even checked the doors and windows to see if there was anyone around, but no one was there.
Her boyfriend is such a coward, bro. And I know they're not slow. Well, they probably slow, but they're not slow. He said,
hey baby, you know, we probably got demons, but I gotta go to go do my art.
And I still felt uncomfortable and was paranoid all day.
that
When my
sound.
boyfriend returned home in the evening, we started hearing noises coming from outside. This area was kind of dangerous, especially at night, so my boyfriend was super careful when going outside. He thought that it could be a robbery. Everything was alright, except for the fact that the chair was back inside the room.
Oh, heck no.
It was in the same place as before. So he got really mad when he saw it, thinking that some punk was playing a trick on us.
Burn that
He
junk.
went outside and decided to grab the chair, break it, and throw it away. But I could see the panic on his face when he couldn't move the chair. For whatever reason, it was completely fixed to the ground.
Well, you better break
Not
it right
like
there.
It was glued to the floor, but more like it weighed 10 tons. No matter how hard he tried, it wouldn't move. Because he had to come up with another plan, he ran inside, grabbed holy water and salt, made a circle around the chair, and started praying. Suddenly, we heard a loud bang. Thousands, maybe millions of cockroaches started coming out of every sewer hole
Oh my
outside the
gosh.
house. I am terribly terrified of cockroaches, so I guess this was my worst nightmare. He left the chair and we rushed inside the house. And after we checked everywhere in the house, we locked all the doors and windows, and then ran away to my mom's house. As the incident happened on a Friday evening, we decided to stay at her house until Sunday to calm down.
They're not gonna finish the
On
job?
Sunday afternoon, we returned home and everything felt normal. There were no traces of insects around, and the chair was still in its place, but the house seemed quiet. We started relaxing a bit, and as I had just refilled the fridge on Friday with groceries, I decided to start cooking something nice for dinner. However, when I opened the fridge, I saw an image I will never forget. All the food was full of maggots, and it was almost completely decomposed.
Ugh.
The smell was horrible inside.
Oh my
I've never
gosh.
seen anything like it before. I mean, the fridge was still on and seemed to be working, but the food was not frozen.
What does that mean? Hold up.
When I opened the fridge,
You open the fridge. What do you expect?
I will never forget. All the food,
Ugh. Do you cover your food?
but the food was not frozen. And this level of decomposition could not be reached in less than 48 hours. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I screamed and showed it to my boyfriend, who
That's
also couldn't understand what happened.
yuck.
But there was nothing we could do with the food or the fridge. Later, we finally decided to give the house back, and we moved out to another city.
Thank you.
Fortunately, I've never experienced anything like that again. But that incident still gives me the chills.
And it's crazy because they tried to go back to the house after they left, did the assault, and y'all try to come back and actually like get comfy, eat some food. Like, do you cover your food? Okay, the next animation we have is True Creep Horror Story Animated. Y'all know how I feel about them creeps. Y'all do not belong around the kids. And it'd be like teachers. It'd be like gym teacher. Y'all know the gym teachers.
Bruh.
This is a true story from when I was 18 years old. It still creeps me out just thinking about it. It all started when I was heading home from my friend Jason's house. It was about 3 a.m. in the morning, so it was pretty dark outside. I was walking towards a bus stop to catch the late night bus that ran during after hours. My friend didn't really reside within a suburban area. He was more or less closer to the downtown region. That meant there were a lot of random weirdos strolling around the streets, which definitely made me a little uncomfortable to say the least.
Oh my god. Bro, first of all, bro, pause, bro. I'm not walking past this dude with a straight face, like.
They're uncomfortable, I have to sleep out here. I decided to wait inside the glass shelter of a nearby bus stop as I regretted my decision to take the bus this late at night as opposed to just calling an Uber. I couldn't help but notice the dozens of flyers stuck up on the glass of the shelter. They were scattered everywhere, all varying from different things like job postings, rooms for rent, that kind of thing. There was this one flyer that really caught my attention. It was a picture of an older gentleman doing a peace gesture with his left hand. The title of the posting was called, "Easy $300 in One Day, Call Me." I decided to read further into the flyer as the thought of making an easy $300 in one day seemed like a bargain one couldn't refuse. The flyer had a description which read, "If you are looking to make a quick $300, then you've come to the right place. This job entails the assistance of cleaning/chores for a period of 12 hours. Call my cell phone and the details provided below if you're interested. Regards, Philippe." I was a part-time college student, so any extra money would have definitely been beneficial to me. I decided to take a plunge at the opportunity, so I took a picture of the flyer as I see a night bus arriving towards my stop. As I boarded the bus, I refrained from calling the job posting as I didn't want to wake the employer up, so I ultimately decided to text the number instead. My text read, "Hello, please contact this number as I am interested in the job presented in your flyer." About 10 seconds later after sending the text, I get a call from an unknown number. I assume it was the guy in the job posting, so I answer it. "Hello?" A man answered back, "Hey, you interested in the job? Is this Philippe from the $300 a day posting?"
No.
Yes it is. What's your name, kid?"
Why is he talking like that?
"John,
bro?
Sir. How are you?" He completely
Then you want to call him
my
sir
question and says, "You mind coming over right now, kid?" Sir, it's kinda late for that. Can we do tomorrow?" "Kid, listen. I know it's very late at night, but both my wife and grandma are sick, so I could use a helping hand as soon as possible." I felt really uncomfortable knowing this guy was trying to guilt trip me into coming over to his house. Mind you, it was approximately 3 a.m. in the morning, which made the thought of going that much more absurd. I tell him, "Sir, if we can arrange this for tomorrow, it would be much more convenient for me." "Kid, John, listen. If you come right now, I will pay you double. $600. Take it or leave it." Whether the man was bribing me or not, I unwisely took the bait. I ended up saying, "I'm on my way. I'll be there in about a half an hour."
This dude really stood up on the bus. It's 3 a.m. Y'all know it, bro. Y'all are not slow. And this dude looks like Joker is calling you. What are you finna do?
While simultaneously getting off the bus to call an Uber, I ended up getting dropped off at the address provided within the flyer and immediately began second-guessing my decision. While standing in front of the house, I get a call on my cell phone. It was from an unknown number again. I answer it and say, "Hello? Hey, Johnny, can you see me?" No, sir. Where are you?" "Look at the window." "I'm looking at it, but I don't see you, sir." "Look a bit closer."
You have like 30 windows.
Dead at you. Where, sir?" I get startled by a firm grasp on my shoulder. "Oh, I'm sorry, John. I didn't mean to scare you. I thought you could see my reflection in the window. Anyways, please allow me to show you inside my house."
Why do y'all have the same brand
Thank
shoes?
you, Philippe. "You can call me Creep." "Creep? Why would I call you Creep?" "It's a nickname that my mom gave me as a young boy. All my close friends call me that, so I'd appreciate it if you did the same." Okay, Philippe. Creep. I mean, we are technically friends now, right?" Yeah, sure." "Very well then. Let me show you inside, John." We end up going inside, and I can't help but notice the amount of dolls laying around his house. It honestly looked like he was a hoarder that had an obsession over dolls. I decided to ask him, "Why do you have so many dolls?" "It's just a collection that I've accumulated from my childhood. Aren't they precious, John? I've built a special bond with these guys. I'll never feel alone again, you know?" At this point, I was pretty convinced that the name Creep was actually his biological name due to the creepy vibes he was giving off. "I see. Well, what exactly—"
Oh my god. Look at my man's arms. I don't know what you got going on, but I would get that checked out. Bro, you got homework. Out of everybody that I reacted to on these animations, this dude is really finna get me mad. And he's just nonchalant about it. I would have been like, "I gotta take this call real quick. I'll be right back." And then you Gucci. And if then he feels a type of way, he gonna do something. If he's an actual creep. Bro, it's like you see the movies. I gotta dip real quick. My mom just texted me. She just made lasagna. I don't know about you, but I'm not missing out on that.
Well, for starters, my grandma and wife are unfortunately ill, so I have to take care of them since they're in bed all the time. If you don't mind me asking, what's wrong with them? Well, my grandma has Parkinson's, so she's unable to function without my assistance. My wife sadly got into a tragic car accident after her dance rehearsal. She's pretty much paralyzed in her legs and can't walk, so I now have to take care of her as well. Oh,
What drugs he been on?
She was so beautiful before the accident. I'm unbelievably lucky to be with such a beauty like her. We got married and had about 100 people there. It was the best wedding ever. Sorry if I'm getting carried away. No worries. What would you like me to do for now? You can start by vacuuming the house. Just don't go inside the bedrooms, because that's going to disturb my grandma and wife's sleep. A couple minutes later, I begin vacuuming the hallway upstairs.
What type of vacuum is
The
that?
bedroom doors were slightly open, so I could vaguely view the inside of it. I remember seeing a glimpse of a woman sleeping on a bed, which I assumed to be his wife. It was unfortunate to see her like that, as she was quite beautiful from what I was able to see. I noticed the man was in the other bedroom having a conversation with his grandma, so I continued vacuuming without drawing too much attention towards his direction. Have you been feeling better? Are you okay? The next part of the story is what sends chills down my spine. The man asked me to put the vacuum down and meet his grandma. As I approach the inside of the bedroom, I see a creepy life-size doll laying on the bed. I unhesitatingly ask him, where's your grandma? John, don't be rude. This is my grandma. I felt my heart fall to my stomach when he said that. I honestly wanted to get the hell out of there, but I didn't want to potentially put my life in danger, so I just went along with it and said,
He's actually about to play along. Rookie move. Okay, maybe playing along would be a, just so you got some time to be like, bro, look at his face. He do not want to be there.
Nice to meet you. He then said, my grandma thinks you're really handsome and you should come over more often. Sure, I'll definitely come over more often. My grandma wants me to grab her some McDonald's. Why don't you continue vacuuming the place while I do that? Sure, sir. Creep. The man then hands me an envelope and says, "Here's your $600. Thanks for being there for us." Yeah, no problem. I then continue vacuuming the hallway
Oh
as
my
the man
God.
exits the house. I need to get the hell out of here. This guy is a psycho. As I
Facts.
dropped the vacuum on the floor, I peeked inside the bedroom of where the man's wife was sleeping. To be honest, I felt really skeptical about leaving her there, so I shouted, "Ma'am, is everything okay? Can you hear me?
Bro, shut up.
Ma'am, are you okay? Can you hear me?" She didn't say anything. She honestly looked like she was heavily sedated off the
Oh
meds
my
I saw on top of
God.
the nightstand. I end up leaving the house and catching an Uber. I eventually make it home and remember the man had gave me the $600 in an envelope.
Did you check it?
Thank God I made it out of there. At least I made an easy $600. I opened the envelope only to see
fake.
6 pieces of paper. Each piece had a poorly drawn face with $100 written on it. I shouted in anger, "What the hell is this?" I contemplated on giving the man a piece of my mind, but I honestly didn't want any further conflict with this psycho. Just before heading to bed that night, I got a call from an unknown number. It was quite obvious that it was the creep, so I ignored it and never looked back. It's been a couple months since that creepy experience. I haven't gotten any more calls from that unknown number since. I was strolling around with my phone one day when I got a notification that someone followed me on Instagram. I noticed it was the creep from the avatar picture on his profile. I was pretty freaked out that he was able to track me down since he only knew my first name and we haven't contacted each other since. I noticed he had only one post, so I clicked it. It was a picture of the woman and the creep on the same bed. She looked sedated while wearing a wedding veil.
This dude really said he had 100 people at his wedding. Everybody looking at me. Yeah, I don't know. Who is he? Oh, he look like a pee-pee. He smell like he stinks, but I don't know.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
When I was 6 years old, I went shopping for clothes with my dad. I had a good time with him, and everything
Big
was
ol'
fine
head.
until I noticed that a man was staring at me. He was a tall, white, and
Already, bro. Already.
He was a tall, white, and kind of weird-looking dude who was probably around in his 30s. Then he started smiling at me more creepily. My head kept saying, "What's wrong with that man?"
Hey,
I
Dad.
told my dad right away, but he reassured me that it wasn't a big deal. So I shrugged.
He was drooling, Dad. He was drooling. Talking about something, it ain't no big. Did you see him?
I shrugged it off and soon forgot about him. A few minutes later, we were at the checkout area, and I heard the voice of someone whispering. Psst. I turned my head back and I saw the same man that I'd seen before. He was smiling again and tossed me a candy. I usually don't accept stuff from strangers because my dad won't let me.
What's the brand?
But this time, my dad wasn't looking at me, so I took it. When we got home, I went up to my room, sat down, and opened the candy wrap. However, there was a folded note instead of candy. It said, "Careful." Being a young and careless kid, I just thought it was some kind of prank and ignored it. A few weeks later, it was the holidays, so my mom went to a party and my dad was busy with work. I had to stay
Dang.
home alone, but that also meant I could do whatever I wanted to. So I was watching YouTube eating my snacks until about 9 p.m.
You know you know who he watching. Thank you. You see how small this kid is? The mom does not care. And then look at the dad. Buddy is stressed out. Watch your kid, ma'am.
I started to feel tired watching YouTube, and then I heard some noises outside. I got scared, so I took my phone and ran to my parents' room, as it was the safest room in my house.
Okay, good
I
idea.
quickly locked the door. My parents' room had a monitor where I could check the security cameras, so I tried to look who was outside. However, I could only see red on the screen. I thought it was strange, so I quickly rewound for about 5 minutes. And what I saw was shocking. It was that man who I'd seen at the shopping mall. He was just standing there, holding a can of spray paint for a minute or so. And then he suddenly started spraying all the cameras. Just then, I heard small knocking noises.
No.
Hiding in my parents' closet, I tried to call my parents.
Let's go.
No one answered.
What the
Then I
freak?
called the police,
Are you
thinking
serious?
that it might be my last chance, and explained to them my current situation completely.
Let's go.
Fortunately, the police arrived in
Let's go.
just 5 minutes. They searched our whole house, and they finally found him hiding in the attic. After they arrested and investigated him, it turned out that the man had trailed me that day when I got the candy from him. He already knew where I lived, so he made a plan to steal some valuables from our house. They also found apparent evidence that he was even going to try to do some bad things to me. Well,
Pause.
I'm just glad I survived. However, to this day, it's agonizing just recalling the moment when I saw his face through the camera.
For me, how did he get up to the camera? How did he get in the house? Why didn't your mom get a babysitter? Why do you have the brand new iPhone Plus, Pro, Max, whatever, how many iPhones they have out now? Alright, we reacted to some animations, we did what we had to do, expose what we had to expose. That's what we do. If you enjoyed the video, if you're not done with your popcorn and you still need something to watch, I got a playlist. Go watch the other ones. I got 3 other ones that we did the animations. If you're new to the channel, go subscribe, go like, go share, go comment which animation was your favorite. Thank you. I love all y'all. I'll see y'all next video. Peace.